Hi, I'm Charlotte Lawson, a registered licensed dietitian here in Tampa Bay, Florida. Now, if you've heard of uric acid or maybe have been told to reduce the uric acid in your diet, there's something actually you want to pay attention to, more like our purines. Purines are something naturally occurring in most of the protein sources, and some are whole grains and everything in our diet. Now, purines that we ingest actually transform into that uric acid. And sometimes when we have that buildup of uric acid, it can collect in our joints and cause a certain type of arthritis called gout. Now again, if you're trying to reduce the uric acid in your body, you really want to reduce the amount of purines in your diet. Now, in that light, we do want to look at our protein sources. A couple things to avoid are a lot of your fishes, like sardines, some of our scallops, but double check the amounts. Try to look for an accredited source online to really be specific as the amount of purine levels in those foods. Now, a couple things, again, that you want to avoid are beer and alcohol. Again, they contain some purines there. And also yeast products. Sometimes the yeast has a little bit of extra purine. Now, looking at proteins that you can have, eggs and nut sources are great, excellent sources of protein without having that higher purine level. Also keep in mind, I mentioned some whole grains. Oatmeal is really only recommended to have about 2/3 of a cup per day because it's got a moderate level of purines, but not extremely high where you should avoid it. Now, ultimately, our fruits, vegetables, and dairy really have a very low source. Just watch out for the fat level in the dairy, as it seems to be a little bit higher versus the non-fat or fat-free products. Now, those are just a couple tips and a couple suggestions of foods to avoid, but not everything. So again, if you're questioning something, try to find an accredited online source that has a nutrient analysis where you can really check the purine levels of the foods you eat. But keep in mind as well, nothing has been said to actually truly avoid. Again, just a couple tips, so you might want to do some research on your own. I'm Charlotte, and eat happy.